What you guys see on your screen? Yes, let's get it. Weekly picks. All right, so do y'all want me to record this or y'all don't want to record? It's up to you guys. All right, I record it for y'all. All right, let's get it. All right, enter, chat. All right. All right, so let's get this started. Recording on the computer. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Proud of you guys being here. I want to say big congrats to anybody that's taking on this journey in life on building wealth, options, long-term investment. And you guys know how I feel about options. You guys know how I feel about long-term investment. We use options as a vehicle and a tool to help propel us forward to buy the best companies on the market. We don't need 30 stocks in our account. We can do it with 6. We can do 3 ETF and we can do 3 techs, right? It's however you feel about it, right? So today we're going to be breaking down weekly picks, long-term picks, and a lot of people didn't have an understanding of the Greeks when it comes to options. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so market sentiment, remember, you want to know what direction the market is going to, right? So the attitude of an investor, the hedge funds, institution, and individual investor, it matters. You want to know the sentiment of the market. Remember, you don't want to go against the trend of the market. You want to go with the market. Y'all got that? It's very important that you go with the trend of the market because guess what? At the end of the day, the market will always win. Remember, the stock market is not your friend. So think about market sentiment. Things that affect the market is war. Things like COVID-19, Feds talk, right? Is when the Feds come out and talk, they talk about interest rate and many other things. Y'all got that? All right, so market sentiment is very, very important, right? War, pandemic affected the market sentiment, people behavior on how they feel about the economy. Feds talk. Have you guys noticed last week when the Feds came on, the stock market did a little small dip, but then it did a turnaround, right? Because guess what? What they're going to say is actually going to affect the economy. Y'all got that? It's going to affect the economy. It's going to put us all in position to either benefit or either lose, right? But if you understand how to control your sentiment and your feelings towards the economy, it will put you in a better position. So remember, do not invest off your emotion. Invest off of data. Invest off of understanding of this company. Technical indicators, if that's what you do. Because market sentiment will swallow you. We're not going into a company feeling like, I love this company, I got to keep my money in this company. No. If this company is losing 40 to 50%, we're gonna walk away from this company. We're gonna reassess it. So remember, market sentiment is very important. Know the direction. Remember, do not go against the trend. Make money with the trend and then go the opposite way. All right, so when we get to these things, we got to understand that, hey, our feelings is not that important. It's all about what the company is bringing, right? So the option Greeks, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to briefly cover it. Option Greek, it measures the different factors that affects the price of an option contract, right? So we got 4 simple option Greeks that we need to talk about, the main one. So we got Delta, Theta, Gamma, and Vega and Rho. So the 2 most important option Greeks to me is Delta and Theta. So Delta represents the sensitivity of option price and change. So this is the money that you make. As the stock price increases, your Delta is what you make times 100, right? Because every option contract is 100 shares. So the next one is Theta. So this is the price, this is time decay. So this is the money that you lose daily. It doesn't matter, right? So remember, when you're doing risk to reward, you got to be able to understand, hey, I'm going to risk this. And if the reward and return is good enough, I'm going to take that risk. Gamma represents the rate of change of Delta. So Delta and Gamma, to me, they go hand in hand. And remember, Vega represents the option sensitivity to volatility. So this is one part of the formula that determines the option price. And Rho, remember this is the sensitivity of an option is related to interest rate. This is things that's out of our control. We can't control interest rate. That's like when the Feds come on and talk. We can't control what the interest rate is going to be the next 6 months, the next year. So we got to understand we have Delta. Remember, this is the money that you make times 100 share. Theta, this is what you lose daily. Gamma and Delta works hand in hand, and Vega is option sensitivity. So this is one portion that determines the option price. And Rho is interest rate. Y'all got that? Let me know if y'all got that. All right, so next, Weekly picks. You guys know I give out weekly picks on YouTube, Instagram, and everything. I like to show love to the culture. These picks are well thought out, researched, and it's companies that make sense. Sometimes I give a company out of left field, and a lot of people be like, wow, what is this? Because at the end of the day, sometimes you have to dig deep for a diamond, right? Remember, your method is not going to always work for everybody, but if your method works for you and you have people that loves it and people can benefit from it, why not take advantage? So weekly picks from last week, we got COST, C-O-S-T, which is Costco's. We got Bud, which is Anaheim. And then we had CAT, which is Caterpillar, and a bonus pick is Coca-Cola. So if you guys looking at a company from a product standpoint, all of these companies are fire. All of these companies are very beneficial to you and your family and your friends. I know you guys have loved ones that drink Coca-Cola products. I know you guys have loved ones that drink Anheuser-Busch products, Ultra, Bud Light, and Caterpillar. Remember, these is equipment that's used worldwide, especially in America when it comes to mining. So we need these products, right? I wouldn't say that we need Coca-Cola and we need their products, but guess what? It's a must for some people, right? And Costco's, remember, you can go there, is another form of buying things in bulk. So these companies is in the forefront. We just got to be willing to take advantage when the price is right. So if the price is not right, you just wait till your entry point, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to buy something that's overpriced. We're going to make sure that we buy at a good price. Entry points is everything. We're not buying a dip. We're buying entry points. Remember that. No dip, entry point. No dip, entry point. All right, so these is the weekly picks, and I'm going to chart them for you guys after we get through the presentation, and I'm going to show you guys what I see and what I don't see. All right, so the next slide, when we get to the next slide, I want you guys to understand this is very important. This is history in the making. All right, so long-term picks, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we have to take advantage of these long-term picks. All right, so we have Krispy Kreme Donut. I know you guys understand Krispy Kreme Donut is a conglomerate. It finally went public. Remember, IPO is initial public and offering company. They finally went public. And then we have Astra, right, which is a space company that's sending private people into space. They have products they build in spacecraft in a month time, 2 months time, 6 month time. This is the future. Because remember, a new sector is aerospace and private space. This is a new sector, so it's going to grow over the next 20 and 30 years. All right, so to me, let's get right into it. All right, so it launched its vehicle company. It's based in California. You guys want to pay attention to this because this is very important. So as we guys seen today, Virgin Galactic made history by sending private citizens into space. This is just the beginning. So you have Jeff Bezos with Blue Orchid. He's up next. Then you have Elon Musk. And then what do we have, ladies and gentlemen? We have a little bit of unknown company that's going to be thriving. To me, I like this as a long-term pick. The current price is $13.77. This is a 30-year hold because they predicting that private space and aerospace technology, especially private space that's sending people to the moon and to different other space of the atmosphere, is going to be $1 trillion business by 2040. Y'all got that? So if it's going to be $1 trillion business over the next 19 years, what do that mean for us? We need to get in, and we need to take advantage for our kids and our grandkids, because remember, 2040 will be here before you know it. Time is everything, but you want to be able to invest in these companies now. Get in at $13.77. To me, that's a drop in the bucket. People spend that at McDonald's. They spend this at other places. So I want to take advantage, and I want to show you guys how you can take advantage of this. This is the future. If it's going to be projected to be $1 trillion business, why would we not get in now and ride it up? Remember, long-term pays well. It pays you, your kids, and your grandkids, and your great-grandkids. So if you're not investing long-term, you're doing yourself a disservice. So don't let this go over your head. They're saying it's going to be worth $1 trillion. So we have to get in. We have to take advantage of it, because guess what? More private citizens is going to be going to space, because we have billionaires and we have all these tech funds, venture capitalist people that's investing to send people to the moon and beyond. So $13.77. Let's take advantage of this. So the next thing, remember I talked Krispy Kreme donut, right? I know everybody online, everybody in the room, we understand Krispy Kreme donut is a conglomerate. Everybody can look at Krispy Kreme and know, hey, this is a household name. So they finally went public. So now you can invest in a company that you've been buying donuts and things for years. So it's best to take advantage of. Current price is $19.16. To me, this is undervalued. I think Krispy Kreme can hit a ceiling of $40 a share. So remember, you want to be able to get in, and you want to be able to hold long term, because if Krispy Kreme is going to be around the next 30 and 40, 50 years, if you buy it now, just imagine what the price is going to be for your kids and your grandkids. Now you are building wealth not for yourself, but for the next 2 generations. So Krispy Kreme household name, put this on your long-term list. Take advantage of it. Remember, don't sit on the sideline, because if you're sitting on the sideline, you're not able to make money. We want to be able to make profits. All right, so next thing, remember this is very important. Anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen. With the proper vision and planning, anything is possible. So my question in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, put what's holding you back from being your best. Type it in the chat. What's holding you back from being your best self? What's holding you back? Type it in the chat. Be honest. When you look in the mirror, when you wake up in the morning, what's holding you back? Is it yourself or is it others? Remember, we cannot give other people power to control our destiny and our future. So what's holding you back? When you look in the mirror, you need to understand what's holding you back is the person that's staring back at you. We got to be willing to take advantage of the moment. Remember, it's not all about money, but guess what? You need finances and money to put yourself in a better position. But to me, the most important thing is knowledge. A lot of people is lacking the knowledge of what they're doing. So I think, to me, that will be holding a lot of people back. If you have the knowledge of doing things, you can propel yourself and your family forward. Because remember, having the knowledge before the capital is very beneficial. Why have the capital first and the knowledge second? Because you're going to invest your money into things and you're going to lose. But if you have the knowledge first, guess what? Now you can make this great decisions. So this is the presentation. I want you guys to type that in the chat. We're going to do some chart reading, and I want to be able to try some stocks for you guys. And I want to show you guys what are you looking for and how do you find picks. So the platform that I like to use, ladies and gentlemen, is stockcharts.com. I'm going to give away a little information I like to use. We're going to go on stockcharts.com. So let's get right to it. So the stocks we're going to chart today is going to be some of the weekly picks. So the first one I want to do is Coca-Cola. KO is the ticket number. And we want to be able to take advantage of Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola have great products. If a company have great products, you want to be able to take advantage of this. Because products is key. Remember, products will outlive you, outlive your kids and your grandkids. So why not invest into a company that have great products and people is buying off the shelf daily? This is why it's very important to take advantage. So we're going to type in Coca-Cola again. Had to log into the account. And we're going to take advantage of these companies, ladies and gentlemen. So when I'm looking at this, right? So on a simple form, all right? So we're going to go down to John Murphy. We're just going to look at the 50-day and the 200-day moving average. Right? So we're going to change it to candlestick for you guys. Everybody like candlesticks, which is great. I like candlesticks too. So we're going to change it to candlesticks. We're going to hit update. All right, so when we're looking at this, let's get our pencils and our utensils out so we can be able to map this. All right, so my whole thing is the blue line is the 50-day moving average. The red line is the 200-day moving average, right? Anytime a stock breaches these lines, they put me in position to understand that it's an entry point. Especially if I'm doing long term. When it comes to options, it's totally different, right? It's other moving averages that you want to use. But if you want to be simple, for a person that's new to this, we want to be able to pick good entry points, right? So the blue line is the 50-day moving average, and the red line is the 200-day moving average, right? So let's draw our makeshift line. Let's say 30-30. Let's say this is the 50-day moving average, right? And let's go over here. Let's say this is the 200-day moving average. All right, so when we're looking on this chart, we want to be able to take advantage of this. So let's think about the last 50 days. The last 50-day moving average is 54.35. So how many times we could have bought in over the last 50 days, ladies and gentlemen? One time. 53.55. If you bought in right there, you was able to build wealth because guess what? It's almost up what? $1. It's up 80 cents. 80 cents times 100 shares is a nice percentage, is a nice profit. All right, so over the last 200 days, how many times you could have bought in? So the 200-day moving average is $51.45. So you could have bought in 1, you could have bought in 2, you could have bought in what? 51 what? 3, you could have bought in 4 times. These are good indicators. If you'd have bought in at 47.36, current price is 54.35. You'd be up almost $7. You'd be up almost $7 profit. Right? So buying these good entry points and buying when they dip below the 200-day and the 50-day move average makes sense. You want to be able to get in and take advantage. You want to buy it at its low. You don't want to sell it at its high because we don't want to sell away wealth. You want to hedge it. You want to go for it. What's your question? Is a great. Coca-Cola is still at a great entry point. If you map it from its last high, let's go look at it together, and let's show you how we run it. All right, so I'm gonna pull up my chart. All right, so I got a lot of different things going on. All right, so the last high was what? 56.06, right? So it's in an uptrend, 54.46, right? Earnings is coming out, right? So Coca-Cola is projected to smash its what? Its quota. Its earnings per share, right? So if Coca-Cola is in an uptrend, if you can get it at 54.46, and if you can take it to 56, especially if you're on the option side, you'll be able to make money. But to me, I want to be able to buy Coca-Cola, and I want to be able to hold it long term. Remember, once again, we have what? What do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? The RSI. Anytime you have something that's overbought or oversold, remember, market sentiment and people taking profit. So to me, the best time to enter was what? 47, 36, 46, 20. And then you have this buy-in zone. You got 44. You got 44 of 78, 46, 51. So we want to be able to take in when we see these great companies dropping. So let's make sure we take advantage of Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is one of those companies that I love.